What if I told you that time isn't just something that can be measured with clocks, but something our brains actually shape? Our perception of time changes constantly. It speeds up, slows down, and warps based on what we feel, remember, and experience. And let's be honest, sometimes it feels like Mondays last a lifetime, while weekends vanish in a blink. My grandfather knew time like no one else. An attendee of IIT, the Harvard of India, he was one of the sharpest people I'd ever met. He could recall complex equations, obscure historical facts, and even remembered the exact location of his favorite tea shop from decades ago. But then, as he started to get older, something changed. He started to lose track of time, struggling with the routines he'd once mastered. It pained me to see him like this, confused, frustrated, sometimes even scared. The man who'd once been a pillar of knowledge and wisdom in my life was slowly starting to slip away, trapped in a mind that could no longer keep up with time. Watching him lose the ability to stay in sync with the world around him broke my heart. And then, one day, he was gone. His death hit me hard. It made me realize just how fleeting time really is, how quickly it can slip through our fingers, and how much we take it for granted until it's too late. Deep inside our brains, structures like the hippocampus and basal ganglia, or the basal ganglia and cerebellum, act as internal clocks, keeping track of time. When we engage in activities, our internal clocks are decided by this chemical named dopamine. It's a neurotransmitter and it's linked to reward and motivation. According to Dr. Sandra K. Fong of the National Institutes of Health, when dopamine levels are high, such as when we're having fun, time seems to fly. When dopamine levels are low, however, such as when we're bored or stressed, time seems to drag. This isn't just in our heads. It's how our brains actively change our perception of time to help us better react to the world around us. In other words, your brain is literally the reason why waiting in line feels like it takes forever, while a Netflix binge passes by in a blink. Memory also plays another big factor. The hippocampus stores memories, while the amygdala gives them emotional weight. According to Dr. Michael R. Gazzaniga, a leading cognitive neuroscientist, when we engage in new experiences, we create stronger memories, making time feel longer when looking back. Think about childhood summers. They felt endless because everything was new. As we started to get older, though, routines took over, making time start to blur. The trick to making time slow down again? Seeking new experiences. So if life starts to feel like it's on fast forward, it might be time to shake things up. ADHD further complicates our relationship with time. Most people with ADHD struggle with time management because their internal clocks work differently. Individuals with ADHD experience time in a fragmented way, making it difficult to maintain routines and stay on schedule. My grandfather's decline echoed some of these struggles. Missing appointments, losing track of time, forgetting things that once came naturally. So how can we take back control of time? Here are 3 strategies. First, break routines. New experiences create stronger memories, making time feel more expansive when looking back. When we engage in repetitive tasks, our brains start to store less information, making time seem to fly. In contrast, novelty forces our brains to encode more details, making every moment last longer. So if our life starts to feel like it's in a boring loop, it's time to disrupt it. Learn a new instrument, start a new hobby, even rearrange your furniture. Small changes like these can go a long way in helping reorganize your brain's perception of time. Second, practice mindfulness. Meditation strengthens the brain's ability to focus, reducing time distortions. A simple daily 5-minute mindfulness practice can help increase your attention span and reset your perception of time. Try techniques like the 4-7-8 method. Inhale for 4, hold for 7, exhale for 8. Simple techniques like these help slow our mind down, cementing us in the present moment. Third, reframing time distortions. If time starts to feel like it's slowing down, use it as a moment for reflection. Think about your past, your present, and your future. If time starts to feel like it's speeding up, recognize that you're doing something important and immerse yourself completely in the now. Dr. Dan Gilbert, a professor of psychology at Harvard, found that when we actively engage in an experience, we create more detailed memories, making time feel longer when looking back. Instead of thinking of time as something that slips through our fingers, think of it as something we can stretch and mold based on how we shape our perception of it. As Albert Einstein once said, time is an illusion. And while I can't promise that you'll suddenly master the art of time travel, I can promise that learning how your brain perceives time will greatly affect your life and help you live life to the fullest. Remember, time is the price we pay for everything in life. Just like how money buys milk, minutes and hours buy movies, distractions, and decisions. Spend wisely. Thank you.